All right, everybody, this is my 2020 R6. I'm gonna be putting on this Yoshimura AT2 slip-on. So I'm gonna be taking off these bolts here. So you got this here, and remove these cables right here. Here we go, socks. You get some wrapping paper. Smells like oranges. I brought it inside earlier, and my whole house smelled like oranges. You got a ring there. I believe this is the DB killer. But yeah, that's it. I think it looks pretty nice. So I've taken off this bolt, this bolt, this bolt. I'm working on this one, and this should just pretty much pop off. Okay, I'm gonna save everything. There's no other hardware, so we're gonna use the stock hardware, and we'll just loosen this up and take it off. Actually, this popped off. Take that off. Looks like we got some work in here. These are the cables that we're gonna end up removing. Those run up all the way. So you can see them here, and they run up through the tank. We're gonna pop off the tank just to get those out. It should be pretty straightforward. All right, so there was a bolt here. Took that off. Should just slide over. Next, we're gonna loosen these cables up. Try to hold this while I'm recording. Loosen up those bolts. They should slide right out. Popped off. Now that I've got these free, I want to focus on taking those out, because I know popping on the pipe on here is going to be pretty straightforward. So what I'm thinking is, right, we got these two bolts here. I'm going to take off this seat. I'm going to pop this piece out. Then I'm going to lift the tank. Alright, so far I got the tank loose. I was able to put something there just to prop it up. Basically, you want to pop off this bolt here, and there's one on the other side. I took off the front. You really don't have to. And also popped off this one here, just to give me some room to work with. I think next up, I'm gonna have to pop these off, and that's gonna allow me to get to the servo motor and unhook these right here. So I got this rubber band loose around the servo motor. I am holding this up with a socket extender that I have. I do not recommend this. Ideally, someone would be here holding it up, where you get or just remove the whole tank, right? So you have these cores down here. You can pop those off. But I got this servo motor here, and what I'm looking to do, see if I can set that down. Let's see. This is sketchiest. All right, so what you want to do, there's a rubber band around here. It has a pull tab. Work it around this. You want to dislocate this tab here. Pretty straightforward. Get the servo motor, and you'll see those links are attached. You want to remove those, and that is these, right? So we want to remove those out, and then we'll be in good shape. We'll put everything back together, slide on the slip on. All right, so this piece here on the servo motor, there are 2 Phillips head screws. Go ahead and take those off, and we're just gonna disconnect these and then run the wires through. Either pull from the top or pull from the bottom, whatever is easiest. Pulled these out. I just pulled them straight through, kind of used a little bit of force. I don't know if it's the right way, but it's the way I did it. So now those are out of the way. I did watch one video. They kind of took off the master cylinder here to work around, wiggle these wires around. I mean, it's whatever you want to do. So I'm gonna basically go ahead and plug this back in. This connection here, put the rubber band around it so everything's cool. So at this step, I do realize there's a lot of people out there that promote using servo buddies. You know, I'm just following the instructions here. The Yoshimura one said to not disconnect the servo. I think with kind of what a hassle this was, it probably would have been beneficial to put the servo buddy in, but I didn't. I'm just going to skip that step for now, maybe down the line. We're going to tuck this back in here. We're going to plug it in, make sure that this rubber band's secure around it, and pretty much put everything back on. So the tank kind of, you know, I loosened up the fairing. I was misinformed. You don't have to do that at all. So now it's like half on, half off. If you're just doing the slip on, You just need to be able to access the tank, so that you can get the servo cables out. And yeah, other than that, I loosened this up. You know, I undid this, didn't even need to be honest. Last thing I'm gonna do is wipe it down with some alcohol. I'm happy with it. It looks way better than this thing. I did try to use gloves. They said to use gloves, but if you just wipe it down with alcohol, I think it should be fine. But for the most part, it's fully installed. So just a recap, I took off way too many pieces. Didn't have to do any of the fairing work. The main thing that I did have to do was take off the tank. There's directions on how you should go about doing that. I think it looks pretty clean. Let's go ahead and throw it in neutral. Yeah, this is my install video. I'm new to this, obviously, so you know, hopefully there'll be some more stuff to come.